my channel. Today I just wanted to show you guys a nighttime routine, summer edition. I am coming off of a big 2-week stretch of being off from work. I had 10 days off and then, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna give him a minute. So I had 10 days off of work because I was on vacation, and then I ended up coming down with COVID the last few days of my vacation. So that was kind of a bummer. I took today to kind of get myself in order. I did all my laundry, I cleaned my sheets, I cleaned my comforter. I pretty much did like a whole disinfecting of my apartment. It is the 3rd time that I've had COVID. I am vaccinated, and I have the weakest immune system I always have. I don't know why I've gotten every single strand of the virus, but you know, really not much I can do about it now. So I just, like I said, I'm gonna show you guys kind of what I'm gonna be doing on a night routine when I actually do have the night off. I am a night shift nurse, so there's a lot of nights throughout the week that I'm working, but I'm hoping that will be changing soon. But yeah, I think we're just gonna start off by doing dinner. I did buy some steak tips yesterday as well as some asparagus, and I think I have rice. So I think that's gonna be what I make for dinner tonight. I have not made the steak tips in the oven in a while, so I'm gonna need to definitely look up how I go about doing that. I think I should probably look it up now. I do not have a thermometer to be able to measure the temperature of the steaks, but you know, we're just gonna wing it. I have made them, Brady, really. I have made them in my apartment before, so I am not really worried about it to some extent. I'm hoping that these turn out fine. So it says to preheat the oven to 450, so I'm gonna do that now. I got these steaks, oh, Eye of the Round, that's what they're called. They're not ribeye. I don't know what I was thinking, but they were on sale yesterday at Fry's, so I just went ahead and picked these up. Like I said, I think I'm gonna do asparagus. I'm trying to use up these rice medleys, so I think I'm gonna make both of these microwavable rices from Trader Joe's. These are my absolute favorite. I do not have a rice cooker. Living in a studio apartment, I don't have a lot of space for a lot of different like items. I have my air fryer. I really wanna get, hey, what are you doing? I really want to get a coffee maker at some point, just because I've been buying a lot of coffee from Starbucks, which I could save my money and use it elsewhere. I'm also gonna be meal prepping some meals for work this week. I'm hoping to get cleared to go back to work tomorrow, and then I'm supposed to work tomorrow night, the next night, and the next night. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week. So I think that I will probably have leftovers here to be able to have enough so that I can have meals for the week. I work 3 days a week, which is great. I usually just meal prep 3 meals while I'm cooking dinner the night before I work. I really do try to like segment my shifts in 3s in a row. What am I saying? I try to segment my shifts so that they're all 3 in a row. It's better for my sleep schedule, and I just am able to bounce back a lot quicker. That being said, it does take me like a day or two to bounce back, so it's kind of challenging, but you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and start by just washing these steaks. We're gonna season them, and then I'm also gonna get a pan out so that I can pan fry them. It says to sear it on both sides for like a minute or 2, and then to stick them in the oven for 4 to 6 minutes on each side. So that's what we're gonna do, and then yeah, we're gonna do the veggies, cook the rice, and get everything going. Everything laid out. I actually ended up having some small potatoes that were going to go bad, so I just decided I'd cook them with the asparagus. They'll stay in a little bit longer, so after like 10 to 12 minutes I'll take the asparagus out and then let the potatoes continue to cook for probably another 15 minutes or so. These potatoes are pretty good. They really do cook pretty fast. So I'm going to start by just putting some pepper on both of them, as well as on the potatoes. I personally like a lot of seasonings, so if you think this is too much, You don't have to tell me, but you can do whatever you want if you were deciding to make this. I like them to have quite a bit of flavor, so I don't use like a lot of oil or anything. So I like them to have a little bit more than normal. I'm also gonna put some garlic salt on the asparagus. And then I'm gonna do garlic powder and onion powder on the potatoes. I love seasoned potatoes. They're literally my favorite thing in the entire world. There's nothing better than like a good home fry, in my opinion. I try to meal prep them sometimes ahead of time so that I can have them for like breakfast or even dinner sometimes. I also have recently been adding parsley to my potatoes, and for some reason it just tastes really good. I don't know. I also like that it has like a little bit of greenery on it, I guess you could say. That is what I do to season all of these. I'm going to go ahead and cut up some lemons to put on the asparagus, and then these will be ready to go in the oven. I usually take a couple of the lemons and just put them on top, and then I'll take the other part of it. I really like lemon a lot. I feel like it really brings out the flavor of the asparagus, so I'll just take it. These don't really seep in that much, so I just take the extra lemon juice and just kind of put it all over. Maybe I'll even put some on the potatoes, just a little bit. And then we're gonna get the steak ready. The steaks are all washed. I'm gonna go ahead and just pat them dry now, so that when I add the olive oil and the seasoning, it will actually stay on. A good tip when it comes to preparing dinners, make sure that if you are using the same cutting board, you prepare your vegetables first, or you wash this board. Excuse me, this is not for you. You either wash the board or prepare your vegetables first, so you don't have raw meat touching your vegetables, if that makes sense. I'm going to put the vegetables in as the steak is cooking, so I just have them prepared and ready to go over here ahead of time. I'm gonna start by just putting some olive oil on both of these and just kind of rubbing it in. Once I've got that, I am not good when it comes to seasonings for steak. I love a good seasoned steak, I just don't really know how to do it. So I'm just gonna add this Grill Masters Montreal steak seasoning, and then I'm gonna press it into the steaks. So I'm gonna leave these here for a minute. The website did say to let them sit for like 15 to 30 minutes and be room temperature before you go ahead and cook them. I'm assuming that's because when it comes to like meat of any kind, changing the temperature of it too quickly can also not be a good thing. I don't really know why, but I know it's not good. So just keep in mind, a good thing to do is to let your meat, like after you cook it, and it's hot, let it sit before you put it in the fridge, because going from like extremely hot to a very cold environment is not good for it. I'm gonna use the rest of that lemon that I cut up and make myself some lemon water. Honestly, there's nothing better to me than like a good flavored lemon water. I've tried the hot lemon water thing, I do it sometimes, but honestly my favorite is just like ice water with lemon juice in it. It's like the best. And I know I just dropped all of the seeds in there, but whatever. I also just got these glasses from Marshall's yesterday, and I know they're for like hot beverages because they're like the double walled cups, but I am such a fan. I love them so much. And I will definitely be using them for my tea tonight. That's what I used for last night too, but yeah, iced lemon water, nothing better. All right, got everything ready. I've got my tongs ready. I have to put them in the oven for a little bit afterwards once they're seared, if that makes sense, the steaks. So I've got it all ready. I've got my vegetables ready. I'm not gonna put these in right away. I'm gonna wait until I'm at least working on one of the steaks. Maybe the first one, not really sure yet. So we're gonna try. I really hope this is not too hot. I have it on 8. I thought 10 would be too much. So I'm gonna grab one of these. Wait, you know what? I definitely need to put something, spray something down so it doesn't stick. I'm just gonna use some of this coconut oil spray from Trader Joe's. This is probably gonna smoke. I really hope it doesn't. Okay, there we go. All right, let's try this. Let's try to do both. I'm gonna actually try and put both on here. So it says let them sear for 2 minutes. So we're gonna let them sear on this side for 2 minutes and then 2 minutes on the other side, and I'm gonna see how they look afterwards. All right, it's been 2 minutes. I've changed your guys' position. You're now on top of the air fryer, but underneath my cabinet. So I have to duck down a little bit. We're going to try to, oh shoot, flip these. The pan actually was big enough for both, so if I can get underneath it, that'd be great. Shoot, that's hot. Okay, so I'm gonna do the other side for 2 minutes. They're looking pretty good. I'm proud of myself so far. We'll see how this turns out, but timer for 2 minutes. Just going. And then I'm gonna let them cook. And then we'll put them in the pan to go in the oven. We're gonna see how these look. Okay, I don't think they look terrible. We're gonna now cook them for 4 to 6 minutes on each side in the oven. So I'm gonna do 5 minutes on each side, see how they look, and then we'll go from there. Let's get a mitt. I'm gonna put these in the oven for the first 5 minutes. Last time I did this steak thing, I just put this whole thing in the oven, and when I went to move it after I took the steak off, I took the steak off knowing that it was hot, took it out with the, you know, mitt or whatever, but then like right when I put everything on the plate and I plated it and I went to move it, I literally picked it up with my bare hand and I burnt myself so bad, so I will not be doing that again. I learned my lesson the first time, so we're not gonna do that again. And I set the timer for 5 minutes, and then we'll see how they look, and we'll flip to the other side. Okay, timer is about to go off. Oh shoot, I turned the oven off. Oh, hold on. I would do that, I would. Okay. How is it? It's not already down to 370, that's a lie. That's a lie. Okay. Looking pretty good, I would say so far. The rice is cooking as well. I'm trying to time everything right. We're trying. Now, turn these steaks. Let's put these back in. I'm gonna put them in, it said 4 to 6 minutes. I think I'm gonna put them in for the 6 minutes this time, since I accidentally turned the oven off and now it's saying that it's only 370 degrees, which is annoying because like it's supposed to be 450. I turned it off and then I turned it right back on, so I don't know what that's about, but whatever. Okay, 6 minutes is going now. And the rice is done. So we're gonna take these out. I'm gonna check my asparagus. I honestly didn't even look at it. I'll give it another couple minutes. And then the potatoes are still cooking, so we're gonna let those cook. I'm gonna get myself a plate. I've got 3 containers for work, 3 days of work. I already have one meal prepped from this weekend. My mom made me some barbecue chicken, asparagus, and potatoes. So if you couldn't tell, asparagus and potatoes are my 2 favorite sides, but I'm still gonna make an extra one just so that if the night after I work my 3 in a row, I'm still tired and don't want to cook, that I can just have that. I also feel like 3 days in a row of having the same thing, or 4 days in a row, is kind of repetitive, so I might have like the steak one night and then the middle night have the chicken, barbecue chicken I guess, and then steak another night. So we are on the mend here, making our way, and I'm gonna do the dishes while I'm waiting because I don't know if you're normal or you're like me, but I have to have all the dishes clean before I sit down to eat. I sometimes, if I'm like really lazy, I won't do them, but I love for the dishes to be done when I sit down to eat because it just, after dinner, I'm just full and I don't want to do anything usually, so I'm gonna do them now so that I don't have to worry about doing them later. All right, moment of truth here. I really hope they turned out okay. If not, then I'll just have to put them back in for a little bit, but I'm gonna probably put them back in the oven for another like 5 minutes or so and then see how they look. It's still saying that it's 370 and I just like don't understand it. Like, why? Stop. It was an accident. It was an accident. I'm sorry. So, steaks are done. I just set off the smoke alarms, but you know, it wouldn't be a cooking with Cassidy video, or I guess this isn't even really a cooking video, but it wouldn't be a normal day unless I had something like this happen. So it literally was going off for like maybe 30 seconds and Brady started freaking out. So I opened the door and we're fine now, but it did cook a little bit longer, a little bit more than I was hoping, but you know, whatever. I tried. It'll do. There's really no pink left, which I'm kind of sad about, but I don't like it like super pink, but I like it with a little bit. I've got the rice. I used a half scoop of rice. I'm not like measuring my food or anything, but I just thought it looked cute. So the rice is on there, asparagus, and then I'm gonna add the steak, and then I'll plate everything and I'll let you know how it tastes. So I figured out what the problem was. I left one of the lemons on the pan cooking with the potatoes, and that is why I was smelling fire and I was like, what is going on? So yeah, I took it out of the oven and smoked up my whole apartment. Fire alarms went off again. I didn't think you guys would want to hear that, so I dealt with it before I started the video again. And now I got another alarm going off. Jesus, okay. So I've got everything plated now. I'm gonna try it and then I'll let you guys know how it tastes. Potatoes are done. Kitchen's kind of a mess. I literally just said that I try to meal prep everything and do all the dishes before I eat, but after this whole fiasco with the fire alarms going off twice, I'm just gonna sit down and eat, and then we will figure out the whole cleaning situation. So good. Don't mind my makeshift tripod over here. But yeah, we're gonna give it a go. It actually is a little bit more pink than I thought. I think it's like perfect. We're gonna try it and see what we think. I'm pretty proud of myself. I don't know if I'll be making steak anytime soon because I set off the smoke alarms, but you know, we're just gonna see how it tastes. I honestly wonder, genuine question, if when you set off the smoke alarms in an apartment, if it sets off everyone's alarms or if it just sets off yours. Because as soon as I started fanning the one that's in my hallway, it turned off like immediately. But yeah, we're gonna see how this tastes. I didn't do too bad. I think it could be a little bit juicier, but considering the circumstances, I'm not disappointed in myself. I'm gonna finish eating and then we will continue this night routine. I don't think you guys probably want to hear me eat, so I will check in with you guys when I'm done cleaning the kitchen and eating my dinner. So. If you were wondering who the culprit that's whining in the back of my videos is, it's this guy. Say hello. You want to tell him why you're crying for no reason when I gave you steak? Yeah, just like that. So if you hear that in the back, it's him. You are such a spoiled dog and you still choose to do that. Why? Why do you do that? Kitchen is clean, dishes are drying. I think I'm gonna take Brady for a walk now. I'm gonna make some cookies when I get back. I'm kind of in the mood for some tonight. So we are gonna go on a walk and then we will get back with you. Just got back from walking Brady. I decided I'm gonna make some cookies, so I preheated the oven to 350 and we are gonna make some Toll House cookies. These are my absolute favorite cookies of all time. If you haven't tried them, you definitely should. I am just gonna cut off like a little segment. I'm not gonna do the whole thing because if I do, I will eat it. So I'm just gonna get them all laid out and then let this preheat and then we'll have some cookies. that I cut off was able to get me 9 cookies, which I think is gonna be perfect. I'll have some for lunches this week, if they make it that long. Probably not, but you know, we're gonna try. And it's almost done preheating, so they'll go in as soon as that's done. And then Mr. Brady will get a cookie. Do you want a cookie? Oh yeah, he knows what his cookies are. Would you like a cookie? Can you please sit? Good boy. Okay, let's get you a cookie. Let's get Mr. Brady a cookie. He is already staring at the cabinet because he knows exactly where they are. Let's open the new box. Sitting very patiently, which is what I like. Can you please pop? Good job. Here we go. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do my 5-minute journal now because I just want to do it. I have, honestly, between being sick and just life lately, I've been on the struggle bus a bit, so I like to do this 5-minute journal. I got it off of Amazon just as kind of like a reminder whenever I'm getting consumed in different things. I've been stressed out lately about just trying to get into a new apartment after this one. I don't think I will be staying here. I think I said that in one of my other videos recently, but it's just too far from where my mom lives, and needing help with Brady on the days that I'm working, it's really hard to drive like 30 minutes out of the way just to take him, but I know it's important because he is not at the age where he can stay here by himself, and I don't think I would ever leave him for 12 hours at a time. So just between the stress of that and then being sick and trying to figure out how I can get off of night shift has just kind of been consuming a little bit of my world lately. So like I said, I like to do this 5-minute journal. It just kind of grounds me and helps me remember what's really important. And although there are some things that I can't really control right now, I do the best that I can to change my mindset or my approach on the situation. So I'm just gonna do my 5-minute journal, and then the dryer just finished recently. So I have a thing of clothes in there, and then I need to switch my sheets from the washer to the dryer because I do wanna have clean sheets tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna do this journal and then I will check in with you guys when I am folding laundry.